Sometimes in life, you just gotta ask yourself, how the did that just happen? Just glitches. And sometimes in the NBA, those exact moments happen. So, well, let's just look at a bunch of them. Like, for example, 2016 NBA free agency. Okay, so the clock hits 12:01 a.m. on July 1st, 2016. Just know, if you were a living, breathing human, you were probably gonna get like a $1 billion contract from an NBA squad. Because here's the thing. Every year, the NBA salary cap goes up like $5 million maybe. But then 2016 happened. The cap went from $70 million to $94 million in one off season. A $24 million jump overnight. The largest cap jump in NBA history. And this happened because of a brand new TV deal. And the players saw this and said, "Pay me, kid." And because of that, 2016 NBA free agency is well known for being the most, well, how did all these players get paid this much free agency ever? Let's start with Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah, he's one of the best defenders of the last decade, no doubt. But by 2016, he wasn't Joakim Noah anymore. Going into free agency, the season before on the Bulls, he played 29 games, 2 starts by the way, 4.3 points per game, and then the Knicks see that and say, yeah, we'll pay you 4 years, $72 million. He played 53 games for the Knicks in 2 seasons combined. Then you got the Lakers, who made it out even worse in free agency. Like Timofey Mozgov, the Lakers gave this man 4 years, $64 million, fully guaranteed. And that's within minutes of free agency opening. He ended up playing 54 games for the Lakers in his entire time there. $64 million, 54 games, $1.18 million per game. Me and Timofey Mozgov really make $1.18 million per basketball game you play. But nah, the Lakers didn't stop there. They were building a new dynamic duo, Timofey Mozgov and Luol Deng. 4 years, $72 million. Luol Deng played 56 games for the Lakers. Then the Lakers just gave up and waived him. But it wasn't just the Lakers and Knicks. The Magic signed Bismack Biyombo, 4 years, $72 million. At least Biyombo played 163 games for the Magic, but only averaged like 5.8 points, making 17 M's a year. Then the Nets, they gave Allen Crabbe, a career role player, 4 years, $74.8 million. Crabbe played 118 games for the Nets in 2 seasons. But some other really bad ones, Nick Batum, 5 years, $120 million. Ryan Anderson, 4 years, $80 million. Chandler Parsons, 4 years, $94 million. Evan Turner, 4 years, $75 million. You can pause if you want to go through the rest of this. But yeah, the free agency, an actual glitch in the NBA. But what about this one? The Nuggets 5 big man lineup. So the NBA bubble, or shit just happens, I guess. And the definition of shit just happening will be the Nuggets putting out their 5 big man starting lineup. The second tallest starting lineup in NBA history. At point guard, Nikola Jokic, 7 feet tall. Shooting guard, Jeremy Grant, 6'8". Small forward, Bol, 7'2". Power forward, Paul Millsap, 6'7". Center, Mason Plumlee, 6'11". Yeah, they literally started 5 bigs. Their shortest guy was Paul Millsap, who was 6'7". Their point guard was a 7-footer. And this is the second tallest lineup in NBA history. If you add these guys' heights together, they're 412 inches, or 34 feet 4 inches. The only time there's ever been a taller starting lineup was when the Mavs ran this. Point guard, Hubert Davis, 6'5". Shooting guard, Michael Finley, 6'7". Small forward, Dirk, 7 foot. Power forward, Chris Anstey, 7 foot. Center, Sean Bradley, 7'6". So yeah, Bradley kinda carries there. And their point guard and shooting guard are normal heights. So the Nuggets roster is way more of a glitch. This was a game versus the Washington Wizards. And the reason this was their lineup, well, Will Barton, Torrey Craig, Gary Harris, Monte Morris, all out this game. Every player under 6'6", it was a rule that day, I don't think you're allowed to play. So the Nuggets, this is the lineup they rock with. And the starting point guard, Jokic goes for 16, 7, and 7. Although he had 8 turnovers. So Jokic, a point guard, but not really a point guard, I guess. Shooting guard, Jeremy Grant had 10 points. Small forward Bol had 16, 10, and 6 blocks. So it was a Bol game, I guess. Power forward Paul Millsap had 8 points. Then center Plumlee had 5 and 5. And to make it even worse, it wasn't like their bench was loaded with guards either. They had Troy Daniels, who's 6'4", Noah Vonleh, 6'10", then Tyler Cook, who's 6'8". I don't know what the hell the Nuggets were thinking with this game, but they did end up winning 89-82. So the heated matchup of Nikola Jokic and Ish Smith that the NBA was trying to push here, definitely one hell of a game. But the all lineup center the Nuggets pushed out with the 7-foot point guard, definitely a glitch in the NBA bubble and NBA starting lineups history. But by the way, if you want to be the starting point guard here and replace Jokic, you just got to sub and I'll let the Nuggets know. Thanks. But next one, and actually let's stay on the big man wave and talk about Andre Drummond's infamous free throw game. So for this one, we got to go back to January 2016. And honestly, this is genuinely one of the most statistically insane things ever. So Andre Drummond, who hits clutch threes nowadays in the playoffs somehow, once upon a time was maybe the worst free throw shooter ever. And I think that might be an under exaggeration. So going into this Rockets-Pistons game, the Rockets had a game plan. Basically, just hack the hell out of Andre Drummond, make him shoot free throws all night. So every time he touches the ball, just foul him. So this sends Andre Drummond to the line 36 times this game. He only makes 13 of them. 23 missed free throws in one game by one player, the most in NBA history. The previous record was 22 by Wilt Chamberlain and DeAndre Jordan. Drummond passed both of them. But the real glitch is what happened by the end of the game. The Pistons won by 9 points. And honestly, it's because how much of the rest of the team stepped up. Ilyasova went 2 for 2 from the line. Marcus Morris went 6 for 6. Reggie Jackson 2 for 2. KCP went 3 for 3. Anthony Tolliver 2 for 2. Stanley Johnson went 5 for 6. Aaron Baines 2 for 2. Stanley Johnson ruined the non-Drummond perfect free throw night. But whatever. The Rockets' entire strategy, make Drummond beat them from the line, it failed. And not only did the Pistons win, Drummond finished with 17 points and 11 rebounds. A double-double on the night he set the worst free throw record ever. Looking at the Rockets, they had 41 team fouls, 5 for Ariza, 4 for Capella, 5 for Harden, Ty Lawson 4, Terrence Jones 3, Corey Brewer 4, KJ McDaniels 5 fouls in 1 minute, Montrezl Harrell 5 fouls in 9 minutes, Marcus Thornton 4, and Jason Terry 2. Imagine paying money to go to a pro basketball game and one team has 41 fouls and the best player on the other team misses 23 free throws. But yeah, this was a glitch because of 2 things. Well, first, Andre Drummond taking 36 free throws and missing 23. And second, because of everything that was supposed to happen, it didn't. Hacker Drummond was supposed to work. It didn't. Drummond was supposed to get benched. He didn't. The Pistons were supposed to lose. They didn't. 23 missed free throws. Still got the W. Real life glitch. But for the next one, let's stay with player stat lines. And for this one, we can do the Tony Snell game. Unless you live under a rock, you know Tony Snell once did this. February 24th, 2017, Milwaukee Bucks vs Utah Jazz. Tony Snell goes for 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals. All in 28 minutes of action. There's genuinely no question this is my favorite glitch of the whole video. I mean, just take a look at the box score and appreciate this greatness. The Bucks actually put up a starting lineup of Michael Beasley, Giannis, Thon Maker, Tony Snell, and Matthew Dellavedova. The starting lineup alone is freaking legendary, but also Delly and Maker, they barely did more than Snell, combined for 6 points. Then Beasley and Giannis combined for 55. By the way, if you know how good Michael Beasley actually is, you know. But the Snell game, literally the only evidence that he partook in this game, 2 missed shots and 1 foul. But the part that sucks for Snell, somehow he got the title of the Tony Snell game when he's not even first all-time in minutes played with 0 stats. One time, Joel Anthony did the exact same thing in an extra minute, 29. But Snell will forever be the Snell game. This guy put up a Tyler the Creator stat line game.
Now I'm 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Shout out Tony Snell. Shout out to this legendary game. Forever the greatest game ever. But for the next one, let's go to an event, the 2013 NBA Draft. Pretty widely known as the worst draft in NBA history. So going into the draft, no one really knew who was going to go first overall. Let's check out some mock drafts. The first one here had Alex Len go first. This one had Nerlens Noel. Noel has too much talent not to be the number one pick. I think he's so amazing defensively that he creates offense that way, even if he isn't the one scoring baskets. So yeah, no one had the guy who actually went first in their mock draft.
Anthony Bennett of Toronto, Canada, and the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Yeah, Anthony Bennett went first overall. This mock draft had him at 6th. This one had him at 4th. And the Cavs took him first. Something nobody expected. And if you look at the entire draft, the ones that have the brownish orange background, that's the players that made at least one All-Star team or one All-NBA team in their career. This entire draft, 60 players, only had 3 players ever do that. Oladipo drafted 2nd, Giannis drafted 15th, and Rudy Gobert drafted 27th. The actual lottery of this draft ended up going Anthony Bennett, Victor Oladipo, Otto Porter, Cody Zeller, Alex Len, Nerlens Noel, Ben McLemore, KCP, Trey Burke, CJ McCollum, Michael Carter-Williams, Steven Adams, Kelly Olynyk, Shabazz Muhammad. 2 All-Star appearances combined for this whole draft lottery. Both of them coming from Victor Oladipo, who isn't even in the NBA anymore. The first overall pick played a career 151 games, a career 4 starts. So yeah, when that's the case, you're probably going to be one of the worst draft classes ever. But then we can go back to another random performance. And for this one, we got Malachi Flynn's 50-point game. This might be the glitch of the video that makes the least sense. April 3rd, 2024, Detroit Pistons versus Atlanta Hawks. And the Pistons send in a bench player, Malachi Flynn. Now before I tell you what happened, let me tell you who Malachi Flynn is. A bench guard recently traded to the Pistons, averaging 5.2 points per game on the season. Malachi Flynn, 5.2 points per game. That's all you really need to know. Honestly, there's games where he doesn't even get in half the time. Then this night, he comes in off the bench and drops 50 points on 73% shooting. His career high before this game, 27. Look at his game log from games around that time. 9 points, then 50, then 3, then 3 again. He just happened to get 50 that night. I don't know how, and it was only on 25 field goal attempts. That's like MVP level efficiency. And 33 of those points came in the second half. And Cade Cunningham was out, so Flynn got some more minutes than usual. But more minutes for Malachi Flynn usually meant like 7 points, maybe. And then the most glitch stat of all, Malachi Flynn now holds the record for lowest career scoring average for any player who ever scored 50 points in a game. 5.5 points per game for his career. Only 3 players in NBA history ever scored 50 off the bench: Jamal Crawford, Nick Anderson, and Malachi Flynn. That's why this Malachi Flynn game, easily a glitch in the matrix. But that reminds me, this video is presented by PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick app. And I actually got a lineup I just placed that I'm rolling with right now. I took Karl Anthony Towns to win Eastern Conference Finals MVP. I put about $10 on it for a chance to win $333. That's a 33.33 times payout. And honestly, this isn't just random. Karl Anthony Towns has been playing at a high level this playoff so far. He put up a triple-double the other day. And that's why I like spots like this on PrizePicks. It's simple. You just pick more or less on player stats or even team outcomes, lock in your lineup, and you're set. I'll be posting more of my lineups on there too. So if you want to tell what I'm doing, make sure to follow me on the app so you don't miss anything. And if you've never tried it before, now is the best time. New users can play $5 and get $50 in lineups instantly when you use code HMA. So download PrizePicks and use the link in the description, use code HMA, and let's see if this cat pick hits. And as always, play responsibly. Okay, back to the video. For the next one, I want to talk about a team thing, and actually, it's the biggest comeback ever in a playoff game history. The Clippers' 31-point comeback. Other than this Nuggets lineup, it's the first team glitch we had. And this one actually happened in the playoffs. 2019 playoffs, first round, Clippers-Warriors, game 2. But let me set the scene real quick. The Warriors at this point are back-to-back champions. They have Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson. They're one of the greatest teams ever assembled. And the Clippers are the 8th seed. So yeah, this should be a blowout. And it was. By the middle of the third quarter, the score is 94-63. The Warriors are up 31 points with 7.5 minutes left in the third. And at this point, the game was over. Like statistically, there's never been a 31-point comeback in the playoffs. But then, Lou Williams comes off the bench, and the Clippers just start chipping away, I guess is the only way to say it. Then they tied in the fourth. Then, with 15 seconds left, Landry Shamet hits a three-pointer to put the Clippers up, and they win 135-131. Look at the box score for this team this game. Gallinari had 24 and 6. SGA was on this team. He had 4 points in 32 minutes. JaMychal Green had 13 points in 15 minutes. Montrezl Harrell had 25 and 10. Lou Williams had 36 and 11. The Warriors starting lineup this game was literally Curry, Durant, Klay, Draymond, and Boogie. Easily the best starting lineup ever assembled. And somehow, the Clippers 8 seed came back down 31. But after that, let's go back to a player glitch. And for this one, we got Michael Carter Williams' NBA debut. So Michael Carter Williams, part of that 2013 NBA draft we talked about, 11th pick, he had probably the best NBA debut of all time. Alright, imagine you load up a video game, and the second you put it on, it glitches. That's what this is, a glitch from the jump. So Michael Carter Williams, October 30th, 2013, Philadelphia 76ers versus Miami Heat. The defending champion Heat. Wade, LeBron, Bosh, that's this Heat team. And the Sixers are a disgrace to the sport of basketball at this point. The process Sixers. So you have the defending champions versus a team that's not trying to win. But then Michael Carter Williams steps onto an NBA floor for the first time in his life. 22 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and 9 steals. 9 steals in his first game, the NBA record for most steals in a debut. He also shot 60% from the field, hit 4 threes. The guy did everything. He was 3 rebounds and 1 steal away from a quadruple double in his first NBA game. And this is against the defending champions. And the Sixers won 114-110. But let's talk about the 9 steals real quick. The most steals ever in a game is 11. The second most, 17 people tied with 10. And then MCW's 9, the 19th most ever in a game. In his first game ever. Even some of the best players ever, LeBron, Kobe, Durant, their most steals ever in a game is 7. Westbrook and Harden, theirs is 8. So yeah, that just shows you how much of a glitch this game was. Maybe the best debut in NBA history. But then let's talk about one of the most underrated scoring performances ever. Klay Thompson, 60 points on 11 dribbles. So once upon a time, Klay Thompson didn't dribble the ball. That's pretty much it. This kid has 60 points when he only dribbled 11 times the whole game. Versus the Indiana Pacers in 2016, Klay Thompson had the ball in his hands for 90 seconds total in this game. I mean, watch these highlights. He just kept running and caught the ball and shot the ball. He shot 63% from the field, 57% from 3, and he only did it in 3 quarters. And outside the scoring, he finished with 2 rebounds and 1 assist, so he wasn't even trying to do anything else. So yeah, easily a real life glitch. But for the next one, we got a reverse glitch, the Thunder vs Grizzlies games. So for this one, we got to look at 2 games. Let's start with part 1. December 2021, Grizzlies vs Thunder, a regular season game, and the Thunder, they got blown the hell out. 152-79. 73 points, the largest margin of victory in NBA history. And the Grizzlies somehow did this without Ja Morant. I don't even know how that's possible. Desmond Bane had 2 points. Every single player on the bench had double-digit points other than one. So yeah, the Grizzlies win this by 73, the biggest blowout ever. But then, to make it crazier, we got to go to part 2. 4/20/2025. This time, the NBA playoffs, and the Grizzlies pull out the Uno reverse. Game 1, OKC. This time they win 131-80. A 51-point playoff win. The largest Game 1 blowout in NBA playoff history. One of the top 5 blowouts in NBA playoff history. Although I did just watch the Knicks tie this about an hour ago, but that's besides the point. So yeah, same two teams, Grizzlies Thunder, part of the biggest blowout ever. Then a couple years later, part of the top 5 biggest blowouts in playoff history. Just the other way around. This is definitely a reverse glitch moment. But for the next one, let's go back to a specific player moment. And for this one, we got Brandon Jennings' 55-point game. So Jennings' 55-point game is kind of similar to Michael Carter-Williams. We got a rookie, no one's expecting too much. But then November 2009, Bucks vs Warriors, rookie Brandon Jennings goes for 55 points in the 7th game of his NBA career. First off, ridiculous. Second, even more ridiculous, he had 0 points in the first quarter. Then the second quarter, this guy scores 10. Then the third, 29 points. Then adds 16 more in the fourth. For 3 straight quarters, this rookie just went nuclear. 61% from the field, 87% from 3. And the records, he became the youngest player ever to score 50 points in a game. He broke Kareem's rookie Bucks record. And it was the most points scored by a rookie since Earl Monroe in 1968. The Warriors had Monte Ellis, Corey Maggette, or rookie Steph Curry. But no one, and I mean no one, compares to career game number 7, rookie Brandon Jennings. But the last glitch we're going to talk about, the 2016 Warriors 3-1 glitch. So the Warriors, coming off a 73-9 record, the best regular season ever, then they do the impossible in the playoffs. So they're in the Western Conference Finals versus the Thunder, down 3-1, looking like KD and Russ about to go to the finals. Psych. Game 5, Warriors win. Game 6, Klay happens. Klay hits 11 threes. Warriors win. Then Game 7, the Warriors win and complete the 3-1 comeback. Then, the Warriors get to the finals. This is versus LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Warriors are actually up 3-1 this time. But Game 5, the Cavs win. Game 6, the Cavs win again. And Game 7, the Cavs win and complete their 3-1 comeback. So in back-to-back rounds, the Warriors pulled off a 3-1 comeback, then blew a 3-1 lead in about a 3-week span. I mean, think about the opposite symmetry here. This was the first 3-1 comeback in finals history, and it just so happens that it's the team that just got a 3-1 comeback the series before. And it was the greatest regular season team ever too. But if you guys enjoyed this, I would truly appreciate if you could subscribe. It's the only thing that lets me know you guys want me to keep posting on here. Thank you for watching.